Our last story tonight is about loneliness. Do you ever have one of those days where you just want to vent, but no one's around? Well, guess what? Now there is AI for that. ChatGPT is always there, always listening and never rolling its eyes when you repeat the same thing the 10th time. It plays the role of part best friend, part therapist and part trivia whiz. But here's the twist. Research suggests the more we turn to AI for conversation, the lonelier we might actually become. Heavy use of apps like ChatGPT is making people lonely. So is ChatGPT a comforting companion or a social trap? Our next report tells you.
ChatGPT started out as an AI-powered chatbot, but now it has become the digital equivalent of a best friend, therapist and encyclopedia wrapped into one. It's available 24/7, it never judges, and it doesn't get bored when you complain about the same thing for the 20th time. So what's not to love? Well, according to researchers, perhaps quite a lot. According to studies from OpenAI and the MIT Media Lab, heavy users of ChatGPT tend to be lonelier. They are more emotionally dependent on AI. And most alarmingly, they are less likely to engage in offline social relationships. At first glance, this doesn't seem like a bad thing. After all, AI is filling an emotional gap. So, what's the harm? Isn't this just a high-tech version of talking to your dog or even keeping a journal?
Hello, how are you?
Well, not quite. The problem is that unlike a dog or a diary, ChatGPT talks back, and it's designed to be eerily good at it. Research warns that AI chatbots are hacking our emotional wiring. Some experts define it as doing an open brain surgery on humans. This isn't just an abstract academic worry, it's about real people forming deep emotional attachments to a machine. And it's already happening. Studies found that those who spent the most time emotionally engaging with ChatGPT reported higher loneliness levels. It's the ultimate chicken or egg dilemma. Are lonely people turning to AI, or is AI making them lonelier? Either way, it's a sobering realization. The same tool meant to bridge human connection might be deepening isolation. One particularly curious finding from the MIT study was about female participants. After 4 weeks of chatbot interaction, they are slightly less likely to socialize than male counterparts. Even more intriguingly, users who spoke to ChatGPT's voice mode in a gender that's not theirs reported higher levels of loneliness and dependency. Is this because AI mimics human conversation so well that it creates an illusion of emotional fulfillment? Or does it make us crave even deeper interactions, ones that real-world relationships struggle to match? Well, no one knows yet, but not everyone is ringing the alarm bells. Some experts suggest that AI can provide meaningful emotional support, but it depends on how we use it. We've all seen this movie before. Social media promised to connect us, yet somehow left us scrolling through feeds alone at 2 a.m. Could AI chatbots be the next iteration of that same cycle? If so, it's time to have some hard conversations about how we use these tools, especially before they start using us. So the next time you find yourself deep in conversation with ChatGPT, consider this. When was the last time you called a friend or simply sat in a room with another human being? Because as good as AI is at keeping us company, it still can't replace the warmth of real, messy, unpredictable human connection. And maybe that's something worth logging off for.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Bluntly, Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.